Tombstone Whisperers. We are here now to look at Bad Boys 3. Mr. Wade, Mrs. Crime. We'll let you know how the movie is after this video. Take care. Till later.
In the forecast on the coast today, people living in the metro flocked to the water. Fox 12's Drew Marie spoke with folks excited for the spring and summer months ahead.
I feel like I'm defrosting and coming back to life. It's so nice. It's all I've been talking about.
Cannon Beach was packed with pets in Portland. There was like Michael Lee and Christy Simons today.
Just here because it's nice out. You know, we saw that Cannon Beach was supposed to be around the same weather, which is not very common, you know.
We saw the sunny forecast and had to make their way to the coast with their dog.
Last night we went and saw Bad Boys 3 or 4. Bad Boys, the last one, the newest one. Off the chain, great. Go see it in Dolby because it hits. You'll feel the gunshots, you'll feel everything. So go see that movie, but in Dolby Theater, surround sound. Awesome. We enjoyed that movie last night. So right now we are at the rest stop on the way to Cannon Beach, Mrs. Dennis Edwards Tunnel. The tunnel was named by the Oregon Transportation Commission on August 21st, 2002. Little history here on this rest area that me and Mrs. Crime came to on our way to the beach, the Cannon Beach. Nice and green out here today. So it says the Oregon history, the Tillamook Burn, Sunset Springs. Oregon's historic Tillamook Forest Fire of 1933 spread over 24,000 acres of forest land in fires in 1939 and 45. Brought the total to 355,000 acres. Over 13 billion board feet of timber were killed. Wow, so the history of the Oregon history Tillamook Burn. As you saw Mrs. Crime earlier. Oh look, a little lake. So we got a little lake over here we just discovered. And Mrs. Crime love little areas that got water. Ooh. And Mrs. Crime, where's she going? I don't know. All right. Pretty. Things you'll see on the adventures that me and Mrs. Crime do. We're at a rest stop in the Tillamook, Oregon, and there's a nice little river running right here. Nice, right? Stay tuned. Let's go ahead and see where Mrs. Crime went. Mrs. Crime, how does it feel to be in a tree?
It feels nice.
We are now at Indian Beach, and we're going to go see if we can make some shots of the movie at the ending of Point Break, and also a scene that was located in the Twilight movie. So we are now here at Indian Beach, Oregon. Stay tuned. Wow. I guess they do got waves out here.
Nice. Ooh, that feel good.
Right here is Indian Beach. This is where they actually made the last scene of Point Break, Australia scene. This is where Johnny Utah lets Bodie go off into the wave to kill himself. Me and Mrs. Crime was trying to get down there to go actually walk down there to get a closer view. It's nice, right? Real nice. Stay tuned. Right now, we are going to go see how did everybody get down there on the dirt, so we're going to try to get down there ourselves. We found a little walkway right here, so I think this is it. Stay tuned. Finally made it down to the ground. We are actually down where we're up there. Now we're down here. This is Crime right here. Finally made it down here. So this is actually where Johnny Utah, right over this way, on Point Break the movie, he unhandcuffs Mr. Bodie and tells him, hey, go ahead and go out in the waves and set yourself free. And the format of it is supposed to be Australia, but actually was over here at the Indian Beach in Oregon. Nice. And also too, there's a lot of wind out here, that this water here was actually used for an actual scene on the movie Twilight. I guess it's the scene. I've been writing it down. I'm not really a Twilight fan, but Mrs. Crime got me into it. You see her right there. This is actually where Bella comes down and meets up with Jacob. And they call the area the La Push. And this is where she talks to him. She comes down with her so-called human friends about the Cullens. This is where she finds out about the Cullens. But anyways, it was made here. Right now, we're at Indian Beach, Oregon. We got two more areas to go to, which would be Cannon Beach and the Ecola Beach. Cannon Beach is going to be a very sentimental thing for me because I'm a big Goonies fan. And on the way here, we seen the actual rocks that were in the Goonies, and I got teary-eyed. Mrs. Crown was laughing. very sentimental moment over past seeing that. Also over there at Ecola Park, that's where they made the actual house just for the movie of the Fratelli's Getaway. We're gonna go visit that as well. Stay tuned, a lot more come from Tombstone Whispers.
They're fronting about, the colonies don't come here.
You caught that, huh? I'm not really supposed to say anything about it.
So as we see, this is the area where Bodie and Johnny Utah, these are the waves that he got off into. Very nice. And also this is the place where I told you earlier that Bella, I guess, came out here somewhere and was talking to Jacob about the colors. It's called the La Push area. Now, how do I know that name? Like, I know the color La Push because the scribe informed me what the name of it was. She's more of your Twilight person. I'm actually more of a Point Break person. This is very nice. Come on, man. Let me go. Let me go. It's an awesome wave out there. Remember, Bodie been waiting for that wave of the future. He wanted that wave, that awesome wave, that rush that he wanted. He saw that wave out here. And what happened? He told Johnny Utah, look, you're going to take me to prison or jail. I know this, federal. Let me go. Let me go have suicide out here in Point Break. Wow. I had to reenact that scene for you because Point Break is my movie. You know, man, it's like when you're on the wave and your balls feel like this, bro. It feels like that when you're on that wave because, oh, yes, that's my movie.
I found a perfect rock.
We're now off in the middle of Indian Beach. Now, me and Mrs. Crine came over here because I'm anxious to get over in the middle to know this is where Keanu Reeves and Patrick Swayze stood at, right over here. And this is where he let them go into the ocean. If you remember the movie Point Break, Johnny Utah was a cop and Bodie was a bank robber. This is the area right here, Indian Beach. Check it out if you're out here in Oregon State. It's right along the seaside. This is our first time driving all the way from Washington to come out here to Oregon for Tombstone Whispers to create this moment. An on-location video. This is how we got over here. So you gotta walk and climb over this. to get back up there. Stay tuned. This is the actual sign, says Point Break. 1991, Indian Beach stood for its Bells Beach, Australia, in the storming finale of Point Break, where Keanu Reeves and Patrick Swayze had their final showdown. Was right here. Twilight characters Jacob and Bella walked along the sands of Indian Beach to the special driftwood tree. Me and Mrs. Crime, we are now on bathroom break. We're gonna walk down the hill to the beach, back up here from the beach. We still got 2 more spots to go to. Now I know Mrs. Crime's gonna do some shopping, buy some little trinkets, but let's see what we got to plan. Tombstone Whispers coming, more to come. Okay, me and Mrs. Crime, we are now at Ecola Park. Now, what happened over here was, this is where on a Goonies Adventures movie, yes, the movie, they came out here to the Fratelli's hideaway. This is where they had Chunk hostage at. This is where they had the guy, hey you guys, you know, soft. He was also in there at the basement. So the house was a makeshift house. Somewhere over here, somewhere they put it, that house. And that's where they came up on their bikes and they overlooking at the Fratelli's house. This is the exact location right here. So this is over here where they had a Fratelli's house at, right over here. Wow. This is very emotional for me. I'm not gonna cry for you guys out there. I will cry off camera. Mrs. Crime has seen me break out on the Goonies. The Goonies is a movie that I was real connected to as a child. I thought I was a Goonie. How about you? But I reminisce back when my mom was born, was living, not born, but living. And as you guys know, my mom died a year ago. A little over a year ago, a couple of days over a year. And she's always telling me to turn it down, or we're watching TV, you can watch the Goonies later on, or go get the VHS tape from the video store to go rent it every weekend. I almost got Goonied out, but I'm a Goonie fan. Definitely a Goonies fan. Stay tuned. This is Crime right there. She's taking her photo moments of this. So right here is where we're gonna go. This is Cannon Beach right over there. We're up the hill. This is Ecola Park over here in Oregon. Actually down the hill from Indian Beach that you just saw. And we're gonna leave here because we came and did a Goonies adventure here. We're gonna do a Goonies adventure down the hill. Now, Ecola Park and Cannon Beach also had stuff from Kindergarten Cop. I will post that as well. And also had stuff from not just Astoria, but over here. Stay tuned, a lot more. We are now in Cannon Beach, downtown city. Let's see what we see new out here.
Except George comes over here.
Oh, where was that shop that you said that was?
So we decided to go in this place called Sweeters, Cones, and Candy. And Mrs. Crime, of course. What kind of cone is that, Miss Crime? What kind of ice cream is that?
Oh, it's passion fruit, mango, and guava.
Yeah, say that 3 times, right? But yeah, she had to get her ice cream though. Stay tuned. So we had some little spot that has Providence, even not Sandpaper Square, they call it. Sandpiper. Sandpiper. So Mr. Wade is just sitting down watching Mrs. Crime devour her ice cream. You know, I don't have one because I'm on a diet. Yes. Let's see what she's doing. Yeah, see? She's killing her ice cream. Something I cannot have. I fought the power. I was inside the ice cream place. Nice place. They even have a cow that we took a picture on. You probably seen that picture already, but yeah. It's hard to go in there on a diet and fight the power of buying something. I did good. Stay tuned. Tsunami evacuation map, Cannon Beach. This is their whole evacuation map. Wow. Now we are finally at Cannon Beach. And where I just showed you coming in here, that's where the actual Fratellis were on their car driving down this hill, and they rode along the beach. This is it right here. And there's a haystack rock. Now you know what came out from behind that, right? That was where the pirate ship came out of, Mr. One-Eyed Willy. And this is not the part where they did the ending, but I think I might be wrong in the One-Eyed Willy part. But this is definitely a spot where the Fratellis were riding down the actual park right here. I'm gonna show you again because I'm all into this. And they took off on this beach right here. Stay tuned. You see Mrs. Crime behind me. Go haystack rock. Now you talking about something that brings back a lot of memories for me. Like I said, I'm not gonna cry, but when I see that, that brings back a lot of memories. When my mom was living, my grandma as well, she passed away a month ago. And my other grandma as well. But my mom was a notorious one, always telling me, turn down that TV, cut that TV. Gonna wear that VHS tape out. I was always renting the movie. If it came on TV, I would stop playing outside to go inside just so I could watch the movie. I was truly a goonie. You know, I actually looked for an actual water well to see if I can actually go down a well and actually look for One-Eyed Willy. Actually, I'm so creative, I had One-Eyed Willy, the whole pirate ship and the underground that they went through the adventures of, in my own backyard. I make believe a lot of stuff. It's the way it's creative. But I can't say, this brings back a lot of memories. Stay tuned, a lot more coming from Tuesday Winners. So as you guys see right here, you can hear me, and they bring a mic, but that's Haystack Rock. Haystack Rock right there. This is where, you know, Mrs. Crime. But this is where Fratellis came through right there, flying down there in that Cherokee Jeep. Hit it, and then took off riding. I guess supposedly there's a race that happens here once, twice a year. All the trucks get together and have a race on the thing. But they showed in the movie that they ended up with the race and took off. This is the water. Cannon Beach. Tombstone Whispers, TW, finally made it to Cannon Beach. Driving in here, we're finally seeing Haystack Rock. The Goonies adventure. So on our first adventure, we went to the actual Indian beach. You guys saw that at the beginning. We went there, and that's where they did Point Break, and they did some of the Goonies. And then we left there, and then we went to Ecola Park. That's where they had another Goonie adventure. That's where they had the house that was actually a makeshift house made for the Fratellis hideout. That was pretty good. Every spot that we went, I had a tear or two. And finally, we're over here at where? Cannon Beach, the notorious beach. The notorious beach of movies, you know? So, this has been an all-day adventure. It's not what we get. The Adventures Crime have drove way out here from upstate Washington to come over here, down here to Oregon, to Cannon Beach to make this trip. Us to have the adventure, and you guys to have the adventure as well. Those of you who come out here to Oregon, come here. It's very nice. You can see actually a stack of rock right here on the Goonies. Stay tuned, a lot more. Mr. Wade is always got names, right? As you guys know. So the movie is called Free Willy. See? It's called Free Willy. So the movie was actually part of the Tale of Bell's Ear, and I think at Ecola Park. It was a dunking tank of a whale. Something like that was the movie. I'm gonna post that. But yeah, I actually had to go to the next clip just to find out what that movie was, because I saw it once or twice. I don't remember it all the way. So now I gotta move up here a little bit because the water's coming down closer. So water's steady coming down. So we are now walking right up on Haystack Rock. Gotta take that walk, get closer. This is crying right there. We are going closer. You guys are liking this view. Now see how close can you get? I am like right up. It's that thing. Right here. Haystack Rock. Mr. Wade and Mrs. Crown watch you closer to Haystack Rock. Look at that. Beauty in motion. TW, Tombstone Whispers. Yes, I'm excited because we've been wanting to come here for quite some time, over 3 years. Actually, since 1985. I never knew it was a Cannon Beach. I thought it was somewhere else. But then, kid, you don't know. I didn't actually find out it was out here until maybe like 10 years ago. Wow. Haystack Rock. Now, shall we get a little closer? Okay, of course. Mr. Wade and Mrs. Crown is bringing it to you. We are now right up on Haystack Rock. Now, I heard that birds nest up there, of course. It's kind of wild. You got no water that's go up there. They even got these birds with orange noses. They call them muffins. We'll post them on here. They are known to migrate here once twice a year around this time. And as you know, we are here at Cannon Beach. This has been an awesome day for both me and Mrs. Crown. We are bringing you to Haystack Rock, Cannon Beach. Stay tuned for a lot more. So much. and Mrs. Crime have been here all day. And we brought you some views of different on-location visits from Cannon Beach to Ecola Park, also to Indian Beach. We did some driving to get here. We did some hours to get here. We are what you call driving fools. We drove a lot. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed what you have seen so far. We may have a lot more coming to you, we may not. We are definitely going to do our best to bring you some good footage of what we did today, how we did it, maybe some bloopers. I know I failed a couple times. I may not even put that in there. Don't ask how I failed, but just the way it fell. Get going. But a lot more coming to you. A lot more. Stay tuned. Guys enjoyed our long footage of Cannon Beach, Indian Beach, and Ecola Park. A lot more coming to Tombstone Whispers here at Cannon Beach, Oregon. I'm Mr. Wade and
This is fun.
until then, TW, Tombstone Whispers.